Hi brothers and sisters, it's Paul here. Um, Man, the Lord really wants me to push these out. I can't explain it. There's a sense of urgency, like they have to go out soon before something. So I don't know if we're gonna lose the internet. I don't know what's going on. But I tried to go to bed, and it's quite late here where I live right now. I don't even know what it is. 2:32 a.m. on Thursday. Anyway, I have to put this out because clearly I don't know if this is for education for somebody. I'm really hoping on the first stream that I can have somebody with interpretation skills to help me with. The second one's very obvious. There's two dreams here. I just find it interesting the way this happened. I want to tell you guys something before I share this. One of the books that I've had trouble with in the Bible was Song of Solomon. And no matter how many times I read it, it just never clicked with me, not even once. I kind of had my ideas of what it was, but that's me using my head, I was never led by the Holy Spirit for this. So just now, the Holy Spirit came over me and I began to weep, and I didn't know why. So I just bought a study guide Bible. I just bought this. And I never do this. I hear other people do this. I never do this. But what I did is I just held the book closed. I said, God, show me something. And I let it fall open. And I landed on Solomon 7:14 that says, make haste, my beloved, and be like a gazelle, or a young stag on the mountains of spices. Now, why is this interesting to me? I was at a light and I got hit by a deer. Like literally at an intersection, I was slowing down almost to a stop, and a deer ran into me. I was the third car from the light. I couldn't believe it. It's like a 11:15 at night. A deer runs into me. It looked at me like it was mad at me, and I just said, okay. I haven't thought of that since that happened on October 18th. Stuck in my mind all this time. I open this up. I'm feeling about putting stuff out with haste. And what does it say? Make haste, my beloved. Be like a gazelle or a young stag on the mountains of spices. Here we go. So, dream number one. I was awoken at 7:18 in the morning, which I don't even remember. I haven't even looked it up yet. And I saw an acquaintance named Michael. I saw one of my friends named Mike. And he wanted to go get his summer car. And as we're coming to spring, this would make sense. This is an acquaintance of mine. It's not somebody I'm really close to, but he's been in my life. So I asked him, what kind of car do you have? Like, what is it that you have? And he shared a red Mustang. And this, I know what it means, because think about the four horsemen. Red means war, anger. So that was interesting. When we got to this storage place to pull out his car, it turned out to be an old Buick instead. And I was kind of thrown back. I was suddenly brought back to my youth, the memory of my youth during high school, actually. Me and my friends used to go have fun in my friend's 1978 red Buick. Very big car. You could sit 4 people wide when we were like in high school. And me and my friends had some pretty good party nights, and other friends, and with girls and stuff. And I saw other friends in an apartment suddenly. It just shifted. And they were out of milk, but they were all drinking orange juice instead. They seemingly were involved together in unnatural ways. And I wrote a word I'm not going to share, if you know what I mean, because YouTube has restrictions on certain words. Just think of the lettered community. And one ran out, and the other followed the other to continue doing bad, abnormal things, ways, And that was one dream. And the second one, I believe this one might be for me, but I'll share it anyway. So I remembered an old girlfriend. I almost got married to somebody before I met my wife. I had fallen in love with this woman, and I eventually fell out of love with her because she loved the world more than she loved me or anything else. So in this dream, I remembered an old girlfriend. She was single again, and she wanted me back in her life. She was very beautiful. When I met her, she was a model. And anyway, she was very beautiful, but she was never happy. And her family, they were millionaires. So had I married her, I would have been rich, but I didn't pursue that. She went on a stage with others, and they were trying to sing a song, but no one knew the words. And all I could see in all these people, I could see the beauty in her and all of them, but she was sad, and they were sad. They were never happy. So these were interesting because the second dream, the first one I woke up at 7:18. I'll put that up. The second dream, I woke up at 11:58 in the morning, and I looked up that time, and it meant Daniel the prophet. So again, this one's in line with me always being told of a Daniel incident. And then this dream, I believe, is a little bit more important. But this dream, I was with my wife, and God always shows me in my dreams things that I've seen in my life. So he showed me this massive, great warrior. And when I first got injured after my wrestling career was over, to not be depressed, a friend of mine asked me to play this video game. And I'll put up the picture of what a barbarian warrior in this game was. It was kind of funny, but they were huge. They were the tallest characters and warriors in this game. So anyway, in this dream, I was shown this barbarian warrior, and in the game, whenever you had enough money to upgrade like a part, like a wrist part or a shoulder pad or your sword, in my dream, I was being shown that this warrior was upgrading his armor, and it was shown in the form of a video game. And he thought he could trust his human efforts and his strengths to protect himself. But me and my wife walked up to him to explain to him how to be saved. We started talking about the gospel to him. We went into the gospel and what it was all about. And then suddenly we were in a room with a great enemy. And there was a man I first saw. When I looked at him, he was in human form. And he was trying really hard to get the attention of this barbarian. And then that man turned into a troll, like a creature, or something you'd see in a cartoon. And I was very angry at that moment when I saw him change, because I knew he was like a bad spirit. And then the same thing, a woman walked in the room, and she was trying to get the attention of this barbarian. And the woman turned into an old witch, and she went from a normal, young, beautiful woman into like a squished up, she looked like a little old woman with osteoporosis, and they were trying to convince this warrior to trust them. And suddenly the man was shown his lifeline. So in the video game, sometimes you see a line of your progress throughout the game. So just imagine a straight red line, and it was showing each little stop of each achievement you had. But none of them turned into something that could help him. So right in the middle of this red line, I wrote every effort he made showed as a dot on the line, as a spot on the map. There was nothing special about it. Then suddenly there was a scroll right in the middle of the red line, and this scroll opened downwards, and it had the letter saved, really big, bold letters. And he looked at us in confusion, and the enemy master was suddenly so mad, the dream ended. So this one's good because right now what's going on in the world, a lot of people are putting their trust in the wrong things. They're looking to politics, and Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. So I don't know why. I don't know who this is for, and clearly there's a lot of mentions of things here. I'll just go over it real quick if some of you don't understand this. A red Mustang, just think of one of the four horsemen, a red horse. A Mustang is a horse. So we're clearly, I wish I knew, sorry I didn't mark, I'll try to find it to add it at the beginning of the dream when I had this. But, you know. Hey guys, I have to add this at the end because I accidentally edited out the ending of the dream. So anyway, all to say, I'm putting this dream out. I hope you guys have the interpretation. Please pray for discernment. I think it's clear what these three stand for, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Okay, take care. Bye.